Hello again, Hot Wheels fans. So I'm pretty late to the game on this model. It's just, I have other models to buy. But I do think this is pretty cool, definitely cool enough to enter my collection. So better late than never, I suppose, right? So what we're talking about is a 1972 Mercedes 280 SEL 4.5 liter V8 engine up front there. And this is, I guess Mercedes calls this chassis code 108, W108 and the W109. I guess the 109 is a longer wheelbase version than the W108. And these things originally came out or were available between 1965 and up to 1973. But Hot Wheels did the second series, which was available between 1967 and up until 73, I guess. So this is a SEL, and I think that L in that name means it's a long wheelbase version. So in fact, let's look at the scale of this thing. The internet's telling me the long wheelbase version is 5,000 millimeters. So zero out the calipers here. .11. So it's pretty close, guys. It's 1/63rd scale and a little bit over that. So this won't look too out of place next to other, premium brands and stuff like that. So it's good to know. Okay, so let's see here. What else did I find out about this car? For this particular model, the SEL 4.5, this engine, being a 4.5 liter, was making 160 horsepower, and it's up front, of course, rear wheel drive. And a little over 8,000 of these exact ones were sold. Out of all the W108 and 109 series, there were over 380,000 of them made, but 8,000 of them were specifically the 280 SEL 4.5. Okay, so that's really all I found out about it. So it definitely looks pretty cool. Let's compare it to photos of the real car here. So there's a stock standard one. Focus on the model here. So, you get the double stacked headlights. You got like the double bumper there, how there are two bumps in the front bumper. There's a trim line going on the center of the side there. There's no mirrors, obviously that's missing. But it does look like they even have the wiper blades relatively close, how they're like overlapping themselves in the middle. Naturally, Hot Wheels isn't going to get the star emblem on such a model, so that's alright. Seems to be silver paint around all the windows, so that seems accurate. And then the little reflectors on the side, orange on the front, red in the back, so that seems pretty realistic. Okay, let's try the rear view here. So now we got a lowered and slammed one. I would assume, someone at Hot Wheels saw some photos like that and thought, let's make a real one, a model of it. I think it looks cooler than stock, right? To be slammed to the ground like this. So you got the tail lights. Now the graphic is a bit different, but this might be a different year Mercedes. So this graphic and that, it doesn't maybe have to match because that might be a totally different car, right? A whole different year. I just pulled it up because it's slammed to the ground. Okay, so yeah, it's nice to see that the Hot Wheels put a license plate in there, so that's really cool. Alright, so you got the star, the badging, 4.5, 280 SEL. Yeah, pretty good job. And now I'm noticing there's a tan interior. So actually, let's just get a better light angle here and look at the casting here. Yeah, there's a tan interior, and it looks like it's got molded in like curtains. Privacy curtains into that molding, so that's pretty neat. I've never seen that on a Hot Wheels before. I don't know if I'm gonna get to see much greater detail. Well, yeah, it's typical, typical blobby Hot Wheels interior. It's alright, I guess, for the price. Okay, the paint is really cool. It's I thought it was black, when I was looking at it in the blister, but it's not. It's like a really dark bluish or something. The speckling itself has a blue tint to it. So yeah, quite nice. Hopefully the camera's catching that. Okay, so yeah, going to the front view again. We got the printed on headlights that do look three-dimensional because of their graphics. They're pretty neat. You got some orange here on these turn blinkers. Looks pretty good. A little texture, of course, in the grill. Seems alright. Alright, yeah, there's those double-stacked wiper blades. No silver on the windshield, but I don't think you're going to get that, you know, for the cost of a Hot Wheels Premium, so... But it's nice that they at least painted all the window trim. I did get one where, I think it was the Volvo. The Volvo was missing some silver window trim, which I found odd. The Volvo Estate Wagon Premium, that is. Unfortunately, now I'm noticing there's a contaminant in the paint, so that's too bad. Okay, so these are pretty cool, you know, hubcap or steelies here. It's just that those exposed axles, they're not so bad because the wheels, you know, silver or chromed. But I'm gonna probably print up some hubcaps like that real stock car, and I'll just pop them in there. So we'll see what happens there. Okay, so yeah, the back again, it looks better. Even closer up, it looks good. I really like the fake license plate, and this one's in California, so that's pretty neat. Alright, so this side, yeah, nothing majorly wrong. So pretty good all in all. Tiny nitpick would be that contaminant, but I think it's fully acceptable. I think I've seen a lot worse from Hot Wheels, of course. I'm sure everyone has. So, alright, so all in all, I'd say it's a great model, but give me a minute here and I'll come back with some hubcaps. Okay guys, I'm back here with some hubcaps that I actually glued into the original wheels. So, you know, the thing actually spins just as good as before, but these are just plastic hubcaps that are put in there. And the star and the ring here actually recessed into the plastic, you can see. So I spray painted this whole hubcap silver, and then I took some black Sharpie and added this black afterwards. I think I should have clear coated it. If I clear coated this, it would look a lot nicer, but you can kind of see the roughness of the Sharpie black there, right? So I just got lazy, you know, I just wanted to finish the project. Okay, well anyways, let's compare it to this photograph of another lowered 280 I found. Stance Works. I'm not sure if that's a website or what, but let's see. Try to get in there. So now in hindsight, looking at this photo, I probably shouldn't have even bothered painting the middle or adding that black Sharpie to the middle of the wheel, because clearly this is all just chromed out, right? But I figured, you know, since this Hot Wheels is kind of a black car, I tried to match it. I just wanted to see if it was possible. But anyways, besides that, I added a little bit of black paint wash to the grill here. If you guys aren't familiar, this stuff makes life easy. This Tamiya Panel Accent Black. So it's got a little paintbrush on it, and you just add it in there. And then any extra, I just remove with like a toothpick, actually. So let's get it up on the Spin Master here. And I have a couple other Mercedes maybe we can compare to. So this one is from UCC Coffee. It's a 300 SL. UCC Coffee is a Japanese canned coffee beverage, and every now and then they give these freebies out with a 2-pack of their coffees. But you can get these on eBay. Just look up UCC Mercedes or something. So let's see here. So obviously, you know, it's a smaller car. There we go. But they still have the nice little pontoon fenders and stuff like that. Okay. But the closest thing I have to it would be this GCD brand limousine here. And just to let you guys know, after I bought this, it turns out there are actually better versions of this limousine. The reason why this one isn't the greatest is the grille itself. It doesn't have the horizontal breakups like the Hot Wheels has. So there's a company, I think maybe it's LCD. And I know there's 2 other brands making a 1/64 scale limousine, and they have better grills. So yeah, if I did this again, I wouldn't buy the GCD version. So it does have steering, so it's kind of neat. Now obviously this is going to be a lot larger. It's naturally taller because it's not lowered, the limousine. But I think, you know, it's they look like they could belong in the same display, because again, I think that Mercedes from Hot Wheels it's actually close enough to 164 that it doesn't look totally out of place. Right, so there we go. Okay, so yeah, in summary again, I think it's a really good model that Hot Wheels did. I'm gonna assume, you know, there's gonna come out with some other colorways. I would think that silver, perhaps this burgundy, and then maybe a white. Those would be the logical color choices to release this casting in again. The reason why I mention that is because this model is actually pretty hard to find. I had to buy my own online. I couldn't find it in any retail shop. Everyone scooped them up. So the price of this was a little more expensive than usual for me. But I just thought it was a cool model. So, but if you don't feel like paying a premium, I suggest you just wait. Sooner or later, Hot Wheels is going to want to make money off of this casting, right? Off the mold. So I'm sure they'll release it in other colors. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for watching again, and we'll see you in the next project.